Las Vegas is at a breaking point. The crowds are shrinking, the pressure is building, and the city is scrambling to win people back. Everywhere you look, changes are happening fast. So the question is this the start of a Vegas comeback or a sign the city's in real trouble? Either way, this just might be the month everything shifts. So get ready, y'all, for the biggest news, major changes, and all the Las Vegas updates you need to know for October 2025. And hey, before we dive in, if you love getting the real Vegas updates without the fluff, hit that thumbs up. It really does help. And don't forget to subscribe. We're close to our goal of 300,000 subscribers, and you are the reason we can keep doing this. All right, y'all, let's get into it. Well, y'all, Vegas just went all in on a citywide sale. And I mean all in. Like if Vegas was holding pocket twos, they just shoved the whole stack. The city and participating resorts recently rolled out a $35 million campaign called the Fabulous 5-Day Sale. Now, it's designed to bring back the visitors Vegas has been losing. For 5 days in late September, Las Vegas resorts and attractions offered deep discounts, room credits, cocktail promos, and show bundles. Now, some of the examples included sizable room discounts at strip resorts, parking, credit perks, and drink specials. Now, terms varied by property. Basically, they threw in everything short of a free Elvis wedding, though give it time. But here's the bigger picture. This wasn't just a random promotion. It's a desperate play in response to slumping tourism numbers. Now, in July alone, Vegas saw approximately 400,000 fewer visitors than the same time last year. Now, strip hotel occupancy dropped 7%. That's not just empty rooms. That's thousands of untouched buffets. Tragic. So, was it a success? Honestly, it's too early to say. The visitor numbers keep sliding in Vegas. Now, according to JP Morgan analysts, July 2025 had the lowest visitor count for Vegas since 2002. And that's not counting pandemic years. I mean, we're talking 3.1 million visitors, down 12% from last July. And that's after 7 straight months of decline. Even the data for August isn't expected to be much better. Now, conventions are up slightly, but overall tourism is way down. And it's starting to show all over town. So passenger numbers at Harry Reid International took another hit this summer. Now, in July alone, traffic dropped nearly 6% year over year, with domestic travelers leading the decline. And international travel is also down slightly overall. But it's a different story depending on where folks are flying in from. For instance, Canadian Airlines saw major drops, WestJet down 34%, Air Canada down 24%, but flights from Europe and Asia are actually up. KLM, Virgin Atlantic, and Korean Airlines all posted stronger gains, which is likely due to the weaker US dollar making Vegas feel cheaper for international visitors. Okay, so get this. Starting October 2nd, Spirit Airlines is reportedly cutting more than half of its Las Vegas service as part of its second bankruptcy filing in a year. I mean, when even Spirit thinks flights aren't worth it, you know times are tough. Flights to 8 cities, including San Diego, Oakland, and Salt Lake City, are being eliminated. I mean, Las Vegas is the hardest hit airport in Spirit's nationwide cutbacks. United Airlines has already announced it will step in with added service from Chicago and Houston beginning in January. Okay, so Las Vegas once again finds itself near the bottom of the pack when it comes to jobs. Now, in July, the city had its 3rd highest unemployment rate among large U.S. metro areas. It was tied at 6% behind only Fresno and Riverside, California. That's higher than usual even for Vegas, and reflects a summer of economic strain even as the Strip pushes hard to bring tourists back. Okay, so for those of you looking to move to Vegas, well, it might finally be getting cheaper. Now, in August, the median rent in Las Vegas fell nearly 14% year over year. That's the biggest drop amongst the 50 largest metro areas in the country. Now, that brings the median asking rent to $1,443, down $228 from the 2022 high. So experts say that there's a glut of rental units and population growth has slowed, which means landlords are adjusting and fast. Now, according to Redfin, the Las Vegas housing market has officially hit the brakes and hard. Yep, in July 2025, home sales dropped more than 10% compared to last year. Inventory has skyrocketed up 45%, and the typical home now takes 51 days to sell compared to 36 last year. Even $1 million listings are piling up, with over 1,200 high-end homes sitting unsold. And get this, the median sale price is now $440,000. That's slightly down from last year and even below the national average. So Redfin blames declining investor interest and retirees leaving Vegas for the shift, and it's starting to ripple across the city. You want to know what else has disappeared from Vegas? Those table games. Yep, if you've noticed fewer dealers and more digital machines lately, you're not imagining things. So Vegas had 80 casinos with live table games in 2020. Today, the number is dropping to just 6 67. I mean, Golden Gate is removing its entirely this month, and Poker Palace is closing for good in September. Now, while a few new casinos like Circa and Durango have added tables, the overall trend is clear. 18 casinos have eliminated tables altogether, and many others have downsized. The culprit? Plain old economics, y'all. Live games cost more to run, the electronic tables are cheaper, faster, and a lot less friendly. And speaking of shutting down, well, it looks like Emmett Steakhouse couldn't outrun the rent. Now, according to a posted sign, the locks were changed due to over $400,000 in unpaid rent. So the restaurants had drama from the start. Lawsuits, location complaints, and a nearly invisible space inside Fashion Show Mall. Now, it opened with big ambitions and decent food, but we're honestly surprised it lasted this long. Another reminder that a celebrity name doesn't guarantee foot traffic. Ready for this? Now, despite all the shakeups in Vegas, the US gaming industry is still raking it in. So in just the first half of 2025, commercial casinos pulled in $38.4 billion in gross gaming revenue. Now that's up from $35.7 billion over the same period last year. But here's the twist. Nearly a third of that came from online gaming and sports betting. So between sports and iGaming, remote gambling hit $11.8 billion and now makes up 30% of all gambling revenue. That's a huge shift and a reminder that the future of Vegas might not be on the strip, but in your pocket. The Golden Gate has been recently trying to smooth over some big changes with, guess what? Free booze. Yup, you heard me. So the Cinnabar has been offering complimentary drinks from 6 to 7 p.m. every evening. So 1 hour of open bar in Vegas? That's basically the Thunderdome with cocktails. So it's part of their campaign, The Nights Start Here, which is aimed at softening the blow after they ditch their dancing dealers and live table games. Instead, all electronic. Now to ease the sting, they've also been giving out lots of free play. Their words. So, farewell table games, hello open bar. Now if you love a classic Vegas food deal, well, this one's for you. So Ellis Island has brought back their $5.99 burger and fries, available 24/7 and no coupon needed. Now you do need a player's card, but it's free. And that's not all. So they've added daily dinner specials starting at $10.99 and late night eats like steak and eggs for only $8.99. So it's giving old Vegas, but in all the best ways. And speaking of deals, well, Caesars Entertainment is offering a $300 flat rate deal at Flamingo, Harrah's, or The Link, and it includes 2 nights with no resort or parking fees, plus $200 in food credits at Caesars Reward restaurants. So you just use the promo code CZ300. Now, we recommend making sure to confirm what restaurants are included before you reserve, just so there are no surprises. Hey y'all, news alert! So do you want our free Las Vegas food guide? Well, we put together the ultimate local approved list of 50 hidden gem restaurants and cheap eats in Vegas. Family owned spots, no tourist traps, and the best bang for your buck. Just tap the link in the description below and sign up for our newsletter. We'll send it straight to your inbox completely free. There's a big change for Nightlife fans. So Dre's Beach Club and Nightclub is reportedly leaving its iconic rooftop at the Crown Rail. So starting October 31st, the club closes upstairs and reopens reportedly in its original 1997 basement location. Yes, underground. So Caesars is taking over the rooftop space for pool access and private events. So if you ever dance with a view of the strip, it's the end of an era. Downtown Mob Museum is going al fresco. So a new 7,700 square foot outdoor venue called Starlight Plaza is opening this fall. The seasonal space will host live music, talks, and private events, plus a full drink menu. And nope, no food plans have been announced yet, but it's another effort to extend the Mob Museum's footprint beyond its 4 walls. I mean, this could be a new nighttime hangout spot in the making. So you ready for this? Egg Slut expands to the Rio, and yes, it's still called Egg Slut. And that's the ultra popular breakfast spot, the Cosmo. And it's officially opening a second Vegas location, this time at the Rio. So the new spot will take over the old Pho Da Nang space across from the food court, and is expected to open later this year. Y'all, the Sphere is not slowing down anytime soon. So the Backstreet Boys, well, they extended through New Year's Eve. The Eagles added 4 more shows in January. Karen Leon makes history next September as the first Latin artist to headline. And guess what? The Wizard of Oz has already sold over 500,000 tickets, bringing in $110 million in just 3 weeks. Whew, Vegas may be slowing down, but the Sphere's on fire. Are you ready for another round of country charm in Vegas? Well, Blake Shelton is returning to the Coliseum at Caesars Palace this January with 8 big shows. Now, he last played there back in February, and of course opened the massive old red honky tonk right across the strip. So this next mini residency kicks off January 15th and runs through the 31st. It's time! Yes,
it's already time to talk about Mariah. Yes, that's right. The Christmas Queen Mariah Carey's Christmas Time in Vegas is officially locked for 10 nights at Dolby Live at Park MGM this holiday season. Now, the show dates run from November 28th to December 13th. This comes right after her extended celebration of Mimi residency, which continues in January and February. Sammy Hagar is bringing the party back to Vegas with an 11-show residency at Dolby Live at Park MGM in 2026. Now, he's reuniting with Van Halen bassist Michael Anthony, plus Joe Satriani and Kenny Aronoff. Now, the first dates are in March, and the second batch lands in September. So if you're planning a fall trip next year, well, this one's gonna be loud. And speaking of not slowing down, well, Carlos Santana isn't slowing down anytime soon. So the 78-year-old guitar legend recently added 2026 dates to his long-running residency at House of Blues inside Mandalay Bay, now entering its 14th year. So you've got January, February, and May to choose from in 2026. And tickets are already on sale for his final 2025 shows this fall. He's still calling it an intimate evening, but those guitar solos are anything but quiet. So music festivals are officially a huge part of the Vegas economy, and October is stacked. So you got the massive When We Were Young festival. It's back at the festival grounds with all the emo and punk pop you can handle. And the Reggae Rise Up festival is bringing the good vibes to downtown. Over at Allegiant Stadium, the living legend himself, Sir Paul McCartney, will be rocking the house in October with a huge stadium show. And guess who's body slamming their way back to Vegas? That's right, y'all. WrestleMania is coming back to Allegiant Stadium in 2026 after the wild success of WrestleMania 41 this past April, which we had so much fun covering as press. The WWE just couldn't stay away. Well, thanks everyone so much for watching, and y'all, we've got even more big Vegas updates coming soon, so stay tuned and we'll see you in the next one.